Right now, we are in a seller's market. There's not enough inventory. Let's say that I am a seller and I have a house listed for $200,000 and I list it this weekend. Well, suddenly I've got not one offer in 2 weeks of being on the market. I've got 5 offers in a weekend of being on the market. How am I going to sift through those offers? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate anyone who has not included a pre-approval letter in that offer, because I don't know that they've talked to a lender. I don't know that they're valid. I don't know that they're ever going to get to a closing. So I'm going to eliminate those. So number one, you want a pre-approval letter. And not only do you want a pre-approval letter, you want a solid pre-approval letter from a trustable lender that has experience.
The Weeks team would love to help you with your mortgage financing in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. We want to be your loan officer.
What's a lender's pre-approval letter? Well, that's the question that you've asked to land yourself here today. Thank you for tuning into the video. We are going to talk about all the details of that, and I've got all the scoop for you today. What is a lender's pre-approval letter? What that means is that you've actually gotten with a lender. Ideally, that means, because there's a few different versions, but ideally that also means that you have submitted your full loan application. Quick little note, be so detailed, don't leave anything blank. When it comes to your bank statement, or I'm sorry, your asset part of that where it says list your checking and savings, don't round up, round down when it comes to those numbers. So many people round up and it just causes problems, right? When it comes to your income, do the same thing. Don't round up. If you've got a range, round down. Be super safe. They're going to take averages, not like what you made last week. If you're on commission or bonus, as an example, they're going to be looking at averages. So be really conservative when you're putting that information in there. Don't really be boastful, because it's all going to be completely verified. So once you've got that application completed and they've pulled a credit report, then from there, ideally, the loan officer will go through the application with you. They want to go through, or they should be going through and making sure that, hey, you said you have $10,000 in your checking account. Just want to verify that, because sometimes you're on your phone and what if it was $1,000 and there was an extra zero added on a complete accident, because you're human, right? So they should be going through, okay, you put 10,000, just verifying you do have 10,000 in your checking account, as an example. Yes, you put that you make 5,000 a month. Talk to me about that. Is it hourly, salary, base, bonus, commission, combination? Is it 1099? Is it K1? Is it W2? And really kind of pick your brain on that income to break it down, because the approval is only as good as the data. What do I mean by that? If you put on there by accident that you have $10,000 in the bank when it's really $1,000 because there was a typo, and you put that you make $5,000 a month when really a 2-year average is $4,500 a month, if they issue you an approval on those incorrect numbers, well, guess what? You have an incorrect approval and you're shopping in the wrong price range, and that sucks. There's no nicer, prettier way to say that than that completely sucks. You want to be shopping in the right price range. Then we're going to go another step further from that, and not only do they verify with you those information and the numbers, etc., then they'll ideally go ahead and ask you for those documents so that they can review them and they can make sure that they do calculate that $5,000 a month in income, that they can verify through the way that we have to verify that $10,000 in your bank account, to make sure that all those things can be trackable, traceable, verifiable, and usable or qualifiable for that approval. So then ideally they would come back and say, and hopefully everything is so great, and they come back and say, look, this looks good, you're pre-approved, I'm gonna go ahead and issue the letter. But what does that mean a step further? Well, here's the thing. Right now, we are in a seller's market. There's not enough inventory. Let's say that I am a seller and I have a house listed for $200,000 and I list it this weekend. Well, suddenly I've got not one offer in 2 weeks of being on the market, I've got 5 offers in a weekend of being on the market. How am I gonna sift through those offers? Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eliminate anyone who has not included a pre-approval letter in that offer. Because I don't know that they've talked to a lender, I don't know that they're valid, I don't know that they're ever gonna get to a closing. So I'm gonna eliminate those. So number one, you want a pre-approval letter. And not only do you want a pre-approval letter, you want a solid pre-approval letter from a trustable lender that has experience. And for that, you're gonna wanna lean on your realtor if you already have one, but ideally you won't get a realtor until you get your mortgage pre-approval. And here's the thing, with everything in life, you wanna go with your gut. If you feel comfortable and confident with the loan officer and they're answering your questions and they're communicating well with you, well then there you go. Then that's probably gonna work out just fine. Think of them as you're getting married to them or they're your therapist. There's gonna be a lot of time spent together, there's gonna be a lot of details and a lot of things that are uncomfortable to talk about. So make sure you're considering all of that when you're choosing that right loan officer, because that pre-approval letter and the strength of that letter and the strength of that loan officer's or company's reputation may help you win a house instead of losing a house. Now, if you're in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, or Florida, I want to be your loan officer. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, I would love to help you with your smooth loan transaction. Thanks for tuning in to today's video, and I will see you in the next one.